Hello, good morning. Here are things I enjoy about getting to work at in the 8 o'clock hour because it's quiet and no one's here except maybe one other office mate, so it's kind of nice. I'm going to catch you up on MRI results and that sort of thing, and I'm going to try to keep it brief just because I know it gets boring listening to me. But here we go. MRI results were a 2.2 centimeter mass. So that's good news. And we're moving ahead with the lumpectomy. My lymph nodes looked good, although during the lumpectomy they do a process where they check out the first sentinel or whatever it's called lymph node to see what's going on, because that would determine whether or not I need chemotherapy after the lumpectomy, in addition to the test on the tumor after it's removed. So that's where we stand. Every time I get some good news, there's also a little bit of bad news, I guess, that makes me have to wait. So during the MRI, they also found a small lesion on my sternum. So now I have to go have a full body bone scan, which is scheduled next week in, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, 4 days, whatever. So that's the scary part for me, and I won't lie, like that scares me. They're checking basically to see if there's bone cancer. So not excited about that. I guess there's a small chance, but you know what? Cancer wasn't supposed to hurt, and mine does. So there you go. Because it is a bone scan, and it does make me a little bit nervous. I have not shared that yet with my dad or my daughter. I've only shared that with my close friends, like here at work, and JoJo, so that they can understand the appointments I'm going to need to get to and things like that. My friend slash boss slash faculty lead, is basically, doing the heavy lifting for me as far as, helping me make plans and understand how it's all going to work, and to keep laughing. And we taught class yesterday together, and it was fun, and that's what keeps me going, is that I can keep coming to work, and I can work with her, and I can share whatever's going on with her, and we laugh and we talk, and then I've been able to share it. I don't have to talk yet to my dad or my daughter about it. So thank goodness for my people. So when you view this, we will have answers by the time I put all these films together. So that's the scary thing for me right now. I will be reporting to the Department of Nuclear Medicine for a full body scan. They give me an injection at like 2:30, and then they do the full body bone scan at 5:30. And Department of Nuclear Medicine. The way I distract myself from this is driving in this morning. I was thinking about what kind of a superhero I would like to be if there was some sort of like nuclear incident while they were scanning my bones. So right now I have come up with Wolverine would be really cool, like instant healing, quick Wolverine. Don't really mind all the, hair that would come with that, because I'm single. And let's see, Spider-Man is good. Like, I would like that, but I think that the swaying would make me nauseous, although it would be nice to like be able to like thwip, building to building and swing, but I think that would make me nauseous. A good quick healing Hancock with an attitude, that would also be a good superhero result. I don't mind Hulk either because, um, I'm always angry. And let's see, again, single. So it doesn't matter if I turn into, you know, an angry green mess. And with the estrogen blockers, like I might already turn into like an angry green mess. So who knows? I mean, who really knows? But that is how my mind was filled today, was what superhero um, I would like to be when this is all over. So the next time you see me, I will be getting ready for my bone scan, and then hopefully I'll have answers ASAP. Good morning. I'm sure you all get tired of seeing me in my robe out of the shower, but good morning. Um, it's the day before the bone scan, and I don't know. It was an okay weekend. I've had some ups and downs, but I've been thinking a lot about some things that I've learned from doing this along the way. And what I've noticed is that I have had quite a few people reach out and share their own experiences about finding out or, um, being checked and then finding out that they don't have cancer or a different kind of cancer or uh, just a lot of overall support. And what I've learned, I think, for me is um, the way I'm processing it and handling it is not a wrong way or a right way. It's just a way. It's my way. And the way that other people handle it and process it isn't the right way or the wrong way. It's a way. It's their way. And even as JoJo and I sat in one of the doctor's offices and we're, you know, laughing and telling jokes, there is a woman 2 rooms over, I don't know, 2, 3 rooms over or whatever, um, screaming, the release and the pain and the screaming of finding out horrible news. And it's it's another way of handling it. I I do know that the doctor day for me, um, Johanna was there with me. And then my ex-husband came, and the three of us are in the exam rooms waiting between doctors, and we're, you know, cracking jokes and you know, making fun of each other, and that's what we do, and it keeps me laughing. And we're really a really noisy group. I think every time the doctors, nurses, and nurse practitioners walked in, they were like, "Who in this room is sick?" So that's just my way, and I am really trying to stay positive. To quote an author, artist that I love, Marianne Rodmacher, your body hears and believes everything you say. So to every cell in my body, I just keep sending it love and saying that I'm healthy and all of that sort of positive self-talk. That's not always easy, because what I've also learned in this process from listening to others too is that there's a portion of it that's really lonely, um, where you're really isolated. And although I have an outpouring of support from many, many friends all over the country, there's a section of it like today, that's very lonely. This weekend, that's very lonely. I can't really talk to anybody about it or tell anybody about it because I'm in the Schrodinger's cat stage of something that is scary. And to share those sorts of things with, my father or my daughter, just would freak them out. And, so you kind of withhold from those closest to you, and that feels isolating. Um, and once I have answers, then I'll get to bust out of my isolation again, just like I did, um, that Tuesday that I found out that I had the breast cancer. Then I could, bust out of the isolation and have support again. But I'm in the in-between phase, so it's a little lonely. Um, it's been nice to find out other people's stories, and it's been comforting to have survivors reach out and um, tell me that I got this, and to hang in there and to stay positive. But what I do know is that there are other people who are handling all of this alone, completely alone. Um, and so a part of me hopes that the video series, for anyone who is completely isolated and alone and has no one to share things with, or no one to ask questions of, or no one who is experiencing something similar to me and feeling like they're unusual, they can watch this and be like, oh, maybe I'm not so unusual. Um, that I can be um, their virtual side support person, because as lucky as I am, I realize that there are also people out there that have absolutely no one in their corner. So for those people, I hope that this can be of service and support and informative, uh, albeit somewhat goofy and yes, horrible. You know, why do my camera's angles suck? Why do my film quality suck? Because I'm old and I don't have an iPhone. Okay, so that's today's update, and I'll see you tomorrow before the bone scan. Bye. To the cafeteria. I just had the injection of the radioactive whatever.
Ground floor.
Hey there. All done with the bone scan. I don't know if I look, do I look radioactive or anything? So here's how it works. I showed up at 2:15, and apparently it's a very expensive, it's the most expensive procedure. So I had to pay a $250 deposit to have my bone scan. I guess I'm glad that I had a credit card, because I wasn't expecting that. I'm not exactly destitute, but I'm also not very liquid. So that was kind of a shocker. Then they give you a shot, and then you have to wait 3 hours to come back for the scan. So then I went down and ate and had about, finished about 8 crossword puzzles in my easy crossword puzzle book. And then I went back up 5:15 for the scan, and then this is the one where you lay on a really narrow table, and they put you get slid into a really giant donut. It kind of rotates around like 2001 Space Odyssey before they slip you inside there. That one you could get a little bit claustrophobic just because it is a giant donut, but when you first start, your face is really, really close to the doohickey that is scanning you. And then 20 minutes, you just kind of inch your way out. I got to stay completely dressed, so finally, for once, I don't have to, show anybody my boob. And then you're all done. So for this test, I have to admit, this test, when I'm laying there on the narrow table and on my back, I just shut my eyes so that I really couldn't tell how long I was in there or whatever. My eyes definitely leaked on this. Like, there's just a little bit of crying, not because I was claustrophobic or scared, but just because of the fact that I needed the damn bone scan in the first place. So now we wait, probably 2 days, and we will hope it's all good news. Hey there, just got the call. Everything is fine. The bone scan showed nothing other than a deteriorating spine because I'm old, and of course all the dental work issues that I'd been having, which I already knew about. So nothing to be concerned about. We just move ahead with the lumpectomy. No bone cancer, which has weighed heavily on my mind since last week. So all good news, and I actually feel so much better now today. I was really worried this morning. I was on the verge quite often, knowing that I would probably get the call today because they're so efficient. They're so on top of things. It's like I knew that the radiologist would read the bone scan in the morning and that I would hear sometime today. And so I happily announce I have no bone cancer, and I am just old. So that's good news.